right, yet another stormy afternoon across the valley. Hey everyone, it's Eric here with the weather for Weather Geeks on Tuesday, the 13th day of July, 2021. As promised, today was not as stormy in some places as yesterday was, but the storms that did form today and impacted parts of our area really did mean some business this afternoon. The atmosphere was a little more unstable today with the sunshine we had for the midday hours, allowing for updrafts to get a little higher in the sky and therefore downdrafts to be a little bit stronger and bring down some strong winds. And we had some tree damage in parts of the area as a result. Wanted to start with a quick look at some radar estimates for rainfall totals over the last 24 hours. Generally an inch plus in some places north of 224. The farther south you are in our area, the less rain that you have seen over the last 24 hours. Not much more than a few hundredths or up to a tenth down towards Lisbon and East Liverpool. But then you go up towards northern Trumbull, western Trumbull as well, and parts of Mercer, yeah, easily an inch worth of rain over the last 24 hours. Now, when we look back 72 hours, between Mesopotamia and Southington, 4 or 5 inches fairly common over the last 72 hours, taking us back to Sunday. And yeah, 3-4 inches, pretty common in a lot of Mercer, or I should say Mercer and Trumbull counties. Then you get down into Columbia, or Mahoney County, I should say, and amounts have not been quite as impressive as off to the north, but still 2 inches plus, pretty common around the Canfield and Austintown areas. Even downtown Youngstown has done pretty well over towards New Wilmington and up into Mercer, and especially in the northern parts of Mercer County. Yep, 3 inches plus worth of rain since Sunday, pretty common. And then down into Columbiana County, West Point, Lisbon, under an inch, Calcutta, Glenmore, East Liverpool, yeah, an inch or less in most spots. East Palestine kind of in the same boat. So generally north of Route 30 is where you find the heavier amounts, and the most consistent heavy amounts since Sunday have been in areas north of 224 and Interstate 80. All right, we had a lot of problems with wind damage today. Now the ground is saturated with all this rain we've had over the last few days, and that kind of primes the pump a little bit, if you will, for tree damage if we get some strong winds. We had reports of tree damage problems around Warren, heading over into Howland and Niles as well, and then it was pretty common to see wind problems over towards Brookfield, Yankee Lake, up into Greenville, and then even down into the Newcastle area in Lawrence County. And even though we don't have any reports relayed by the Weather Service in northeastern Mercer County, I guarantee there are some problems with the wind up there from earlier on today. All right, we had some questions on Facebook. Why did we not have a severe thunderstorm warning in Trumbull County? We did have a warning for Lawrence and Mercer counties. Trumbull County was not put under a severe thunderstorm warning, and I think that was probably the right call. I didn't see any radar evidence that the winds were getting to severe limits, but with the ground as saturated as it is, 45, 50 mile per hour wind will have no problem bringing down some trees, and much easier than if the ground were dry. So we had legit severe winds estimated by the radar of 60 plus miles per hour earlier on this afternoon from New Wilmington and Newcastle up into New Lebanon and Sandy Lake and places like that in eastern Mercer County. Now, as of 7:02, things are pretty quiet locally. We do have one kind of lone thunderstorm down into Jefferson County, south of the Ohio River and west of the Ohio River, coming into Steubenville. This will impact Hancock County, West Virginia, and maybe just graze the East Liverpool not long after this recording goes online. Looking at the big picture across the region, we actually have a band of thunderstorms still surviving just west of I-71. This will probably peter out over the next hour or so, but we'll keep an eye on that. It's sub-severe. But if it manages to hold together, maybe we have another thunderstorm or clap of thunder in some spots before tonight is through. Severe thunderstorm watch still up for a good chunk of the Keystone State and a good chunk of New York State as well, including the Buffalo, Rochester, Syracuse areas, the Finger Lakes, and then down into Williamsport State College area in Pennsylvania. We're in the kind of the squeeze play, generally speaking, in the eastern U.S. A big ridge of high pressure situated over the Atlantic Ocean. Got a trough of low pressure up here, and then in between a rich plume of tropical moisture and a deep southwesterly flow continues pouring into the area, and little disturbances in the flow tap into this rich moisture, and it doesn't take much effort for thunderstorms to get up and going when you have dew points like this. Our current dew point locally, 71. It is downright sultry out there this evening. All right, so the Trumbull County Fair, day one today, lived up to its rainy reputation for a time this afternoon. On Wednesday, not expecting as much rain. No severe weather. Maybe there's a shower or two lasting a couple of minutes. Should not be a big deal. Will not be a washout by any stretch of the imagination, and it will be seasonably warm and with a little bit of a decrease in humidity as well. So our futurecast for tomorrow, you're not going to see much on here, but maybe there's a passing shower. The atmosphere is still a little bit unstable, but there's not much of a triggering mechanism in place tomorrow, so I actually think we'll be completely dry across the area, shower-free by 4 or 5 p.m., and it should be a nice, albeit warm, summer evening. It'll be dry from start to finish on Thursday with a partly sunny sky, and this will be a hot day, upper 80s, heat index values close to 90, and then here comes our cold front, slowly approaching on Friday. I think the best chance for showers and storms will be Friday afternoon into Friday evening. Some of those could be strong, and our weekend forecast will be highly dependent on how much oomph this front decides to have by Friday night and Saturday. If it kind of loses steam and stalls across parts of the region, we're going to have to allow for a spotty shower or a thunderstorm into Saturday and maybe even into Sunday as well. If it manages to get just far enough to the south and east, then I think we're probably largely dry for the weekend, and dew points will try to come down. It's a tough forecast call at this point. Our forecast includes that chance of a shower or a storm both days this weekend, but especially on Saturday. But if you have plans this weekend, keep checking the forecast because, again, it's a tricky call at this point. It depends on the forward speed of this front. Is it going to stall near us or just to our east? One thing for sure, no matter what happens with that front and how quickly it clears us Friday, Saturday, into Sunday, it is going to eventually clear us. And that'll pave the way to a drier, less active pattern for next week. We're looking for a better pattern next week. If you're tired of the rain, like a lot of us are, then next week should be a lot better. It does not look all that hot. Seasonable mid-July weather, so yeah, it's going to be warm. It's going to be kind of muggy at times, but not expecting the relentless showers and storms that we've been dealing with for the last couple of weeks. Thanks for watching tonight's weather for Weather Geeks. Stay tuned to my social media outlets in the Storm Tracker 21 app for updates on tonight's weather. And of course, we'll be live at 11 p.m. on 21 News, and we'll have an update on your medium and long-range forecasts as well. Have a great night.